Hello, welcome to The Update. I'm Abby Smith. The federal government is releasing the final report from the Royal Commission into the Unlawful Robodebt scheme today. More than 400,000 people were wrongly sent computer-generated debt notices over 4 years. Even though a settlement was reached with the previous Morrison government, the incoming Labor administration persisted with an inquiry. Former Defense Minister Linda Reynolds is threatening legal action against former staffer Brittany Higgins. She sent a defamation notice to Ms Higgins over an Instagram post in which she was accused of using the media to harass her. The federal government is reassuring parents the consumer watchdog will keep a close eye on childcare fees. A new report by the ACCC shows the cost of having a child in care has increased by up to 32% over 4 years. Meantime, the communications watchdog has been given wider powers to crack down on telcos who fail to help struggling customers. Nerida O'Loughlin from the Communication and Media Authority says they're falling short when dealing with financial hardship and credit assessments.
Telcos really need to step up, understand the difficulties that their customers are facing and respond to that and live up to the expectations of their customers.
Psychologists are pushing for greater government support of people who suffer from ADHD. There's a renewed push to expand the NDIS eligibility to include the disorder, which affects hundreds of thousands of Australians. The government is trying to limit the scheme's growth to 8% and says it has no plans to add to the list. Teaching students will be barred from graduating from their degrees until they've mastered core teaching skills. A new watchdog will be launched to ensure universities have provided appropriate training for all graduates. The company that owned the mini-submarine which imploded in the North Atlantic has suspended their operations. While OceanGate is based in America, the submersible at the centre of the investigation was never certified by the US Coast Guard. 5 people died in the implosion, including the company's pilot and CEO. Cadbury has gone retro, replacing the chocolates in a box of roses with a bunch of favourites from decades past. Among the flavours dumped in the change, the peppermint crisp and dark chocolate mocha. Today also just happens to be World Chocolate Day. And Twitter rival Threads is attracting big numbers. Meta's newly launched social media platform has seen 10 million users sign up in its first 7 hours. Entertainment and sport next. Richmond came from behind to score a 13-point win over Sydney at the MCG. After trailing at every change, Dustin Martin says they never gave up.
It's an awesome game of footy. Good to bounce back from last week. Proud of the boys. We were a bit slow to get going, but just so proud of the boys' fight there. I mean, we're still in the hunt, so we just got to keep going week by week.
Tonight, the Bulldogs take on the Magpies at Marvel Stadium. Switching codes and Cronulla's surge towards the top 4 continues with a 36-12 win over the West Tigers in the NRL. Tonight, it's the Dragons hosting the Raiders. In cricket, Mitch Marsh starred with the bat for the Aussies in the 3rd Ashes Test. He scored 116 before the Aussies were bowled out for 263. In reply, England were 3 for 68 at stumps. And in tennis, Alex de Minaur, Jason Kubler and Chris O'Connell have progressed to the second round of a rain-interrupted Wimbledon. In entertainment news, Britney Spears has been slapped in the face by a security guard after trying to have a photo with an NBA player. The troubled singer reportedly infiltrated her way into Victor Wembanyama's circle while he walked towards a restaurant entrance in Vegas. Police are set to meet with Britney to discuss the incident. The Duchess of York has opened up about her breast cancer battle. Sarah Ferguson was diagnosed with breast cancer after a standard mammogram and recently underwent an 8-hour surgery. She told the Tea Talks podcast the importance of regular health checks.
I mean, you just cannot be complacent with yourself or life or just how lucky you are.
And Bob Dylan is on board for a biopic starring Timothy Chalamet. Director James Mangold has revealed the singer-songwriter has annotated the script. A Complete Unknown begins filming next month with Chalamet singing all of the songs. And that's the latest from the Nova podcast team. We'll see you this afternoon for another episode of The Update.